All right, I am here with the legendary Delvin Sommerlot, co-founder of Sommerlot Brothers Construction with his brother Kent, and he happens to be my dad, and former boss, and that's why I'm a pastor. Anyways, you do construction for commercial grain handling systems. When did you start on your own? When did you start Sommerlot Brothers Construction?
I started in, I don't remember, in 1980.
1980. But you've been doing this since
1974.
1974. So basically what we're going to be doing is I'm going to explain, or my dad's going to explain, how grain gets into grain bins. We know the combines, or the farmers will grow the corn, the combines will put it in the combine and put it in the wagons, and then they bring it to the grain elevator. And so we're going to go from how does the grain get from the wagon to the grain bins. So here we go.
All right, this is the dump pit area where the farmers drive through, and they come into this pit area here, and they'll stop and they'll unload their grain into this dump pit area that goes into this conveyor, which is the thing that moves the corn and beans or whatever material from point A to point B to get it inside of the bins.
So it goes through there, and it's kind of hard to tell, but you can see this thing right here. That's where the grain goes upwards into the boot of the leg.
Okay, now this is the conveyor that comes up and it drops into the grain leg, and the grain leg, the corn drops in there, goes all the way up to the top and dumps out into the distributor. And inside of that leg there's a belt and cups. There's a whole bunch of cups that are inside of that leg sections there. Okay, now the grain's gone up the leg and it's coming down and it runs in that distributor, and that distributor tells it which way to go and to which bin. So they got a setting where they can turn that to go to whatever bin they want, and then it goes down them pipes, and there's them offsets in them pipes that are deadheads, and they're the things that'll slow the grain down so it don't damage the grain so much. So there's, as long as the pipes are, there's usually, a lot of times there's two of them deadheads in there that slows the grain down.
You can see where the two pipes come together and they're a different color with the little hoop thing on the top. That's the deadhead. All right, so that's a basic rundown of how grain gets from the wagon to the bins. But one thing I'm interested in is how things can go wrong. How can things get plugged up, or
What the bad things that can happen with this, sometimes farmers bring things in their wagons, they get a chain in it, or they bring some nasty stuff, or the elevator don't take care of their grain and it gets nasty, and it can get it could plug things up. So when they turn the leg on and run it upstairs and they run it down, and that nasty stuff is real sticky, and it'll plug the holes up, and then it could plug the leg up, and this is very, very, very bad because it could end up burning the belt in two, and then you have to put it all in again, and it's not fun putting that belt in, especially when it's fell down and all that corn and beans or whatever, or that nasty stuff is in there. It's not fun.
And if you leave, especially beans, that is the grossest thing on planet Earth.
Yep, that's the nastiest thing in the planet, bar none.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Mr. Sommerlot.
No worries.